No, he doesn't have her name. He was wrong.
Well, she's listed as part of the family elsewhere,
I think.
like that they're
Okay.
YG.
Oh,
But here,
Good afternoon. What an exciting day. This afternoon I had to think about this for a moment, but for years in the past century, there's a gentleman who worked here for 60 years who was in charge of weather by the name of David Osterhout. And I want you to know that I think he has his presence here today, because what a wonderful day for this ceremony. So welcome everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Marty Fye. I'm the Vice President of Advancement at Doane. I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests, Doane trustees, esteemed community members, dedicated faculty and staff, and our students who are the heart of Doane University. Today marks not only the beginning of a construction project, but also the beginning of a transformative chapter in the life of Doane University and the surrounding community. This groundbreaking symbolizes our commitment to the arts as an essential part of education and community life. At Doane, we believe the performing arts are more than entertainment. They are the bridge that connects us, a mirror that reflects society, and a platform where creativity and expression thrive. This Performing Arts Center will serve as a sanctuary for innovation, a stage for talent, and a space for collaboration, giving life to the dreams of our students and enriching the culture and fabric of our community. We are honored to have with us today leaders and visionaries who have supported this project from its inception. To our benefactors and trustees, your belief in the value of arts and your investment in the future of Doane have made this day possible. Thank you. Your generosity and leadership inspire us to aim higher and dream bigger. To our students, you're the heart and soul of this project. This building is for you, a space to explore your talents, express your creativity, and share your voice with the world. May it be a launch pad for your aspirations and a cornerstone for your academic and artistic journey at Doane University. To our faculty and staff, your dedication to nurturing the next generation of performers, artists, and visionaries is truly remarkable. This center will provide the tools and the space you need to continue shaping the lives of students who are passionate about the arts. To our community members, this center is as much yours as it is ours. It will be a place where we can gather to experience performances that uplift, challenge, and inspire. Your support has been instrumental in making this vision a reality, and we look forward to welcoming you to the concerts, plays, and the productions that will find a home here. As we break ground today, let us remember that this is more than turning of soil. It is the laying of a foundation for the future generations. It is a promise to continue fostering a culture of creativity, excellence, and inclusivity. It is an opportunity to unite the community and celebrate the power of the arts and to inspire and transform lives. Several members of the Doane community join me today to help mark this event and tell a story of how this project was conceived and became a reality. We will begin with our chairwoman of the Doane Board of Trustees. Please welcome to the podium, Dr. Tony Gansel.
Thank you, Marty, and good afternoon, everyone. What an awesome day for Doane University, and I'm so honored to stand before you as we celebrate the groundbreaking for our new Performing Arts academic building. This project is a great story of how an idea and vision became a reality. A lot of things had to happen to bring us to this milestone. It took years of thoughtful planning, sometimes course correction and fits and starts along the way, but that's just part of it. We needed input from our faculty and our students and our staff, generous donors, commitment of Doane leadership, talented architects and builders, and unwavering dedication and support by our Board of Trustees. We all believed in Doane's future and enhancing the academic and cultural experience here. I'd like to recognize our Board of Trustees and Emeriti in the audience today, and if you could either raise your hand or stand and be recognized as I call your name. Paul Shellstraight, our previous board chair, who actually brought this decision to a vote that was unanimously passed. Pat Beans, I saw Pat. Al Moore, Bill Pallett, Amy Verton. I didn't see Amy, but hopefully she is here. There you go. Hi, Amy. Betsy Tonagis, Dick Shoemaker, our new board member, Betty Mason. Hi, Betty. And Emeritus Trustee Michael Weston. And I saw Michael as well. Did I miss anybody? Is Ken here? Awesome. All right, Ken Friedrich, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Our Building and Grounds Committee, bless them. Perhaps no board committee was as immersed in this project as our Building and Grounds Committee, currently chaired by Susan Fritz, and Susan was so sorry not to have been able to make it today. But Susan and her committee were just deeply involved in this project every single step of the way, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. That includes our previous chairs, because this has been a multi-year project, Ann Cahill and Allison Peterson. And our current committee members, Lonnie Mart, who's the vice chair, Amy Verton, Paul Shellstraight, Dick Held, and then past members, Rick Gibson, who was such an important part of Doane's life, Don Crilly, George Drake, Jack Salter, and John Vassick. We're also very, very grateful to our donors, whose generosity and belief in Doane's mission have made this vision a reality. We're particularly thankful to have representatives of the Tonagis family and Core family here today. Both families were major contributors to the project, so thank you very much. Their support is an investment in our students, our faculty, and the future of performing arts at Doane, and we'll hear their stories later in today's program. So, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you to everyone who had a role in this journey. This building is so much more than bricks and mortars. It embodies the dreams and hard work and collaboration of a community dedicated to Doane as we continue to educate lifelong learners who will lead with integrity, serve their communities with passion, and make our world a better place. What a reason to celebrate. Thank you.
It's my privilege to introduce a good friend who spent 21 years here. It seems impossible that Kurt's been here for 21 years. But I'd like to introduce our chair of the music department, Kurt Runstad.
Thank you so much. What a privilege it is to be here and to contribute a few comments to this ceremony, a celebration of the fine arts here at Doane, and an occasion where we recognize Doane's ongoing commitment to music, theater, and the fine arts as an important part of its future. On an unforgettable fall Thursday, 10 years ago, Doane College alum Dr. Tom Tonagis visited a noon Doane choir rehearsal. Dr. Tom was in his last days then, as ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, inexorably shut down his body and ultimately took his life. But his visit that day reminded us all of the power of music and the power of his memories, the music he'd experienced as a Doane student. Near the end of his life, he chose to revisit those most treasured memories. We sang for him, we cried together, and in doing so, he gave all of us a gift, reminding us of the power that music and the fine arts have on this human journey. None of us who were in the room that day will ever forget it. Music and the arts connect us all. They elevate us on this mortal walk, and they add holy moments to the everyday. It's so gratifying to know that thanks to this project, these types of experiences will be available to Doane students for generations to come. The Doane Choir is singing a piece this year called Under This Tree, written by a Minnesota composer, Jake Runestad. The poetry is about a literal tree that stands in front of the Unitarian Unity Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. That tree stands as a graceful, green, living ark of welcome. But of course, there's a broader metaphorical story that's even more important. As the poet Brian Newhouse writes, and you'll hear the choir sing, "Under this tree you are loved as you are, and there is no veil. Under this tree, you are your own, and here is your home. Generations of Doane students have found a home in this music department, in the band, in our academic classes, in the choirs and other ensembles, in music lessons. With new rehearsal facilities, new and improved office and classroom spaces, and with the renewed energy that we know a project of this scope will bring. We, the fine arts at Doane, are now in a position to thrive for decades to come here at Doane. What a privilege it is to be part of building a new home for music and theater and the fine arts. Thanks to everybody who has made this possible. And now the Doane Choir singing Under This Tree.
Wow, there is no place I would rather be and no other voices I would rather sing with. Thank you to the Doane Choir for being a pillar of my home. Hello, everyone. My name is Dallas Mueller-Pry, and I am a first-year music education student from Nebraska City, Nebraska. I am involved in both band and choir here at Doane, and I am so excited to be a part of the community of students who will be able to experience our new Performing Arts Center. To me, and to many of my peers, this new Performing Arts Center is symbolic of a new era of music making for the students and faculty of the institution we call home. This Performing Arts Center will give us the opportunity to expand our rehearsing capabilities in a way that reflects the truly talented students and staff of Doane University. As a music student, I am so grateful for the amazing faculty I have had the opportunity to work with and learn from. I wholeheartedly feel this expansion of the fine arts facilities will create a window for future Tigers and our campus community to see the hard work and dedication of our music faculty and students. Having access to new facilities will give our music ensembles the ability to grow in ways that we never saw possible before. We will have new and uplifted rehearsal spaces that will allow for us to rehearse and practice in spaces that are equally beautiful as the music we make every single day we step into the music wing. We will be able to expand our perspectives of the ensembles we call family in ways that will allow us to improve exponentially. In the world of music, we are home. Music connects us and brings us together in such a way where everything that once divided us is what makes us one. From the students of the Doane University Music Department, thank you for investing and supporting our growth and success.
Thank you, Dallas. And now a few words from my friend and colleague, Professor Jeff Stander, Chair of the Theater Department here at Doane.
Welcome. As a stage designer, I generally take every opportunity to stay off the stage and out of the lights. Today, however, is an opportunity I wouldn't miss. The PAC is a game changer in how we both create productions and teach students in our theater program, majors and non-majors alike. The new multi-form, the backbone of the theater portion of this space, creates many advantages that will immediately benefit our Doane community and beyond. First and foremost, it provides a modern performance venue for all who utilize it. This includes any of the many students who will take to the stage to perform, and all those students behind the scenes who will work to make each production possible. Moving out into the theater's house, all audience members will be greeted with a modern, comfortable viewing experience. A carefully crafted sound experience will ensure the words from the stage reach all corners of the space. Technical theater students will experience a tremendous upgrade in possibilities and potential. A walkable tension grid, various catwalks, and motorized line sets will create limitless possibilities efficiently and much, much more safely. Each individual theater light fixture will no longer need to be hauled one by one from the theater floor to a lighting grid 30 feet in the air in a bucket of a man lift. The lights will already live suspended 30 feet above the floor, ready to be moved and focused at the stage, almost as if the technicians were just working on the floor. Imagine the possibilities. I know our students are. I would be remiss if I did not mention the green energy updates that will occur with a new inventory of LED light fixtures, illuminating each rehearsal, performance, and light lab experiment. These modern fixtures no longer drain energy like their incandescent predecessors. Lastly, the new multi-form will be joined by several new supporting rooms. A green room will serve the performers and backstage crews during productions and act as a meeting and recruitment space at other times. Dressing rooms will serve each production by night and function as laboratory classroom spaces by day. My personal favorite, however, is the attached scenery construction shop, which will allow scenery to flow almost effortlessly from the shop to the stage. Thank you, Doane Board of Trustees, President Hughes, the leadership team. Thank you to the alumni and current students who continue to make this project a relevant priority. And thank you to the donors and their investment in the performing arts. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Tori Brailsford, theater major, class of 2027.
Hi, my name is Tori Brailsford. I am currently a sophomore theater major here from Aurora, Colorado. I'm also the secretary of Doane Players, and I'm a member of APO. When I first visited Doane 2 years ago, I planned my whole trip around coming to see Doane University's production of The Cherry Orchard. And I thought that if I wanted to go to school for theater, I wanted to see that theater in action. When I eventually committed to Doane, the deciding factor was the love and drive I saw, not just from the students involved in the productions, but the faculty. I saw faculty that were dedicated to their students and the futures ahead of them, despite any and all doubts that some may have about pursuing a career in the performing arts. Doane's effort to create a space that will better accommodate the hard work that we put into our shows proves their dedication to the performing arts. Their willingness to invest in us, just as they invest in the futures of other disciplines, is extremely gratifying. Doane's full commitment to our passions means something. We have the ability to have successful futures in theater because of the opportunities that Doane has provided us with. This new Performing Arts Center will be able to fully accommodate every area of theater specialties. It will also allow us to create even more beautiful and meaningful productions that the students and the faculty continually strive for. We will no longer be limited by the space we are in. Doane believes that we should be able to commit fully to our passions, and that is part of what makes Doane so special. I'm so excited to be able to see this project all come together and see how the new center will benefit the students in the performing arts. And I love Doane, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. So thank you so much.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Doane Concert Band, conducted by Dr. Andy Faze.
Wow. That didn't get your heart going, nothing will. It's my pleasure to introduce Brian Flesner, the Director of Facilities and Construction. He has a little bit of work ahead of him, as you might guess. But what I want to say, he's been a great partner for everybody in this project. I think he's seen this thing change 10 times. I don't know, not quite that many, but a lot of times. But he's led us through that process. And Brian's going to share some more insights about the construction itself. Brian Flesner.
Thank you, Marty. Good afternoon. Nearly 10 years in the making. My grandfather used to tell me quite often that patience is a virtue. I can't say enough how extremely excited I am to be a part of this day, celebrating such a huge milestone with everyone here and everyone that made today possible. In 2015, we engaged the Clark & Anderson architectural firm to help us design and plan what we now call the Performing Arts Center. Throughout the design process, we evaluated many design options and locations that ultimately led us to the current site today. The Music Addition, located on the south side of the communications building, includes approximately 13,000 square feet of new space and will have 6,000 square feet of renovated space to ensure the building will meet the needs of the music department well into the future. It will include a large rehearsal room, studio offices for teaching, a piano lab, a band room, music education room, and 2 additional classrooms. The theater addition that will be located on the north side of the communications building is 3 levels and approximately 24,000 square feet. The addition includes a high-tech, multi-form theater that can seat 223 people, a scene shop, backstage areas, and tech booths. Exterior spaces include an updated plaza space, reworked vehicular and pedestrian access, an entrance on the east and west sides, and a tiered student space facing the east for socialization, performance, and study. In the fall of 2024, Sampson Construction was awarded the bid, and with their strategic and proactive approach, have gotten off to a great start. Relative to fiscal year planning, the Music Addition is scheduled to be complete late spring, early summer of 2026, and the Theater Addition is scheduled for completion late summer, early fall of 2026. Finally, with this project being right in the heart of campus and all the multitude of challenges that presents, I would like to thank everyone for their cooperation and understanding during this construction period. I have no doubt that the finished product will be well worth the growing pains. Thank you.
This project wouldn't have reached this point without leadership. And we've been privileged to have a gentleman who came here 3 years ago, had a vision for this university that electrified our donors, our alumni, family, faculty, and staff. And he's put wind in the sails of this project. And I'm honored to introduce you to our 13th president, Dr. Roger Hughes.
I already signed the contract, Marty, but I appreciate that. That's fine. Thank you to everyone. And I just have to go off script a little bit here. If you've heard me speak, if you've heard me get involved, I can get a little emotional. I'm starting to right now. Because the passion around this project from the day from the day I returned was palpable. And it's so exciting to see the fruition of this project start to come through. So I'll go back on script now. But I've already warned you, it could get sappy. Thank you to everyone who spoke today about the new Performing Arts Center, or the PAC as we call it. The perspectives and details you have shared paint a wonderful picture of how this facility will expand and modernize our teaching, rehearsal, and performance spaces. As Brian shared, this new expanded space will improve our student experience by centralizing performing arts resources in one location. It will enhance the educational opportunities for students and expand community engagement through performances and outreach programs. I learned of the PAC project not too long after my return, and the more I learned, the more apparent it became that completing the PAC needed to be a top priority of this administration. Financial support for this project is being provided through the generosity of our alumni and friends, and we wouldn't be here today without the support of those donors as well as the commitment of our Board of Trustees. Before I speak about the donors, I want to say a few words about our trustees and how proud I am of them. Their perseverance saw this project through, and their willingness to take a leap of faith and approve going forward with the PAC project, even though we still have some fundraising to complete, speaks to their dedication to our students and their Doane experience. Board of Trustees, thank you. And now to the donors. I plan to recognize some of those who are present, acknowledging there are many more donors who couldn't be here. And they also contributed to this dream. Dick Shoemaker, who was introduced previously as a trustee, is here representing the Perkins Foundation. We also have two key families who helped us make this day and project possible. The Tonages and Cora families have been instrumental in giving this project legs. I'd like to share a little bit about each family and invite then each family's representative to come share how special this project is to them. First, the Tonages family. This music facility was the vision of the late Dr. Tom Tonages, who graduated from Doane in 1971. I learned much about Dr. Tonages from Doane faculty and staff, as well as Tom's family, his wife Jane, son Chris, and daughters Emily and Betsy, who are here today as well. And Betsy actually serves as a trustee for us as well. Tom was quite active as a student, participating in several student groups. He was a member of the Student Congress, a member of Delta Kappa Phi fraternity, and also the Interfraternity Council. He was involved in vocal music groups and was a member of the Varsity Vagabonds, who traveled internationally doing USO tours during his time here. Tom loved to sing. I feel confident in saying that his involvement in Doane's musical groups, particularly the Vagabonds, provided some of his most beloved memories. Following Doane, Tom worked in medicine as a pediatrician and later as a medical director for different organizations where his passion was advocating for children. Dr. Tonages is a longtime member of Doane's Board of Trustees, and he and his wife Jane have been lifelong supporters of Doane and have given to a variety of initiatives, including establishing the Dr. Thomas and Jane Tonages Pre-Medical Endowed Scholarship Fund. Tom's passion for music and his deep connection to Doane were shared with his family and friends, and this passion inspired them to join him in supporting his vision. Through their collective efforts, a new music facility at Doane is becoming a reality. In addition to the previous family members, also in attendance today is Tom's son-in-law Jesse and granddaughters Chloe and Elise. I'm delighted to welcome to this podium Jane Tonages, Tom's wife, to speak about Tom and the Tonages family commitment to this project.
Thank you. Wasn't the choir and the band just wonderful, you guys? My name is Jane Tonages. I'm a wife of a liberal arts Doane graduate, Dr. Tom Tonages, and proud mother of Christopher, Emily, and Betsy. And I'm Nana to 8 grandchildren. I'm here to celebrate and to explain how I got to this point and did not receive a liberal arts education myself from a university, but I gave myself an honorary degree being married to Tom for 43 years. Tom started Doane in 1967 as a history major under Doc Rossman. His interest never wavered from his interest in history, but professionally he was a renowned pediatrician who spent a lifetime of advocacy. He especially advocated for those experiencing difficulties, whether medical, educational, or social. Now, how does this tie into the remodeling and addition of a music building? His time at Doane revolved around his academics, his DK fraternity, and the music program. He talked so fondly about the Vagabonds, and to this day we have lifelong friends because of his experiences. He felt music was an integral part of his liberal arts education, and that music was a universal language where one can share love, kindness, faith, joy, hope, creativity, peace, and understanding. Plus, music can tell us what kind of car to drive, how to love a cowboy, and what kind of beer to drink. Tom grew up in the Lutheran Church. and he got off to a rough start when at age 11 he was expelled from his parochial school after he taped a picture of John F. Kennedy on his desk. He followed the teachings of the Bible, followed the teachings of Dietrich Bonhoeffer and Martin Luther and he calls him his fellow rebels. And he helped guide his life of advocacy. Tom never wavered in his faith for the Lord. Tom died in 2015 from ALS, known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And if you knew Tom, he planned his last years to do everything he could. And one of his last wishes was to return to the Doane campus. Thank you to good friend Bill Pallett for making this happen. In his wheelchair, unable to speak, and a weakened body, the Doane choir encircled Tom and sang Precious Lord. I can tell you, not only did they make him feel blessed, this act of kindness blessed all in attendance. Thank you, Dr. Runstead. This is a testament to the impact this music program has. Tom was often roasted at successful projects for his gift of envisioning wonderful ideas and then turning over the job of fundraising to other people. So here we are, 9 years in the making, and many of you have stepped forward to make this happen, especially the Vagabond other alumni who believe in this project. Many foundations have generously supported this endeavor. Thank you to the Doane board, President Hughes and Marty Fife for making sure Tom's wishes come true. This will certainly enhance the liberal arts music drama experience for students at Doane University for years to come. May this building be a place of acceptance, a place to express oneself, a place of creativity and joy, a place of inclusion and diversity, and of all things, a place to bond lifelong friendships. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Well done. The Paul and Esther Farley Korff family has long been associated with philanthropy and the performing arts in Nebraska. Esther, a proud Doane alumna, cherished education and had a lifelong passion for theater. She was a 1934 graduate of Doane and was active in the theater at Doane, was a member of the Doane Players and a member of the Phi Sigma Tau sorority. While at Doane, she shared the stage with Arlington Brew, who later became legendary Hollywood actor Robert Taylor. After graduating from Doane, Esther taught English and coached theatrical plays at Hebron Public Schools, where she remained a lifelong supporter of education in Doane. Paul Korff and his sons Glenn and Ken started the Paul and Esther Farley Korff Endowed Scholarship after Esther passed away in 1999. Influenced by their parents, Ken and Glenn continued their parents' work building community through philanthropy. In 2006, to honor his parents' memory, Glenn provided a gift to Doane to name the Farley Korff Welcome Center, located in the Hickson Lead Art and Chabwires Education Building. We had to add another 20,000 square foot just to get the sign on the building. Inspired by their mother's love for the arts and their connection to Doane, the Korff family sought to honor Esther's legacy by contributing to the creation of a performing arts facility at Doane. Their commitment ensures that this vision becomes a lasting tribute to their mother's spirit and values. Unfortunately, Glenn passed away in 2013, and his brother Ken and sister-in-law Stephanie were not able to join us today. However, I'm very excited to welcome Mary Arth to the podium, who is here today representing the Glenn Korff Foundation to speak about the Korff family and their commitment to this project. Mary?
Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be here. The choir was beautiful, the concert band was wonderful, and the speeches were great. I learned so much about Doane, how this project has gotten off the ground, and I'm indebted to the planning that's gone into this. I think it's wonderful that they've hired, honestly, a wonderful construction company. The Sampson will be doing it, and it will be done right. What I'd like to say is I never knew Esther Korff, and why the money came for this is Ken Korff really pushed me, and now I'm really glad he did. What I would like to say a little bit about Glenn, whom I knew, and am the representative of the Glenn H. Corp Foundation, is that he made his money at Solomon Brothers. And then after he left Solomon Brothers, retired, he realized how important the arts were. What I'm going to leave you with today is what I think Glenn would want me to say. He would like to think that his legacy will be to enrich the human spirit through the healing arts, the visual arts, and the performing arts. And I think that that's what this foundation has done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary and Jane, for joining us and sharing your heartfelt remarks. As a token of our gratitude, we are delighted to present bouquets to Jane and Betsy Tonages and Mary Arth. These bouquets symbolize our gratitude for efforts in making this dream come to fruition. Thank you for being here and making this moment truly unforgettable. And now this is where it could get a little sappy. It's my honor to announce in recognition of the generosity and dedication to Doane University by the late Dr. Tom Tonages and the late Glenn Korf and their families that these spaces henceforth will be known as the Korf Performing Arts Center and the Dr. Tom Tonages Hall of Music. A special thanks to our Doane staff for planning and executing this special event, and to our students, faculty, board members, alumni, and friends of Doane. Thanks so much for attending and helping make this special event even more special. Please join us as we continue to celebrate in the great hall outside, just outside the doors, where we have refreshments and fellowship. You'll be able to follow the construction of the projects on at doane.edu, and I hope we'll see you all back here for the ribbon cutting as we celebrate the opening of this new facility. Merrill will ring. Go Tigers. Dr. Fays, take it away.
1, 2, 3.